No, I'm the same. Like, people say I'm funny all the time, and I'm just like, are you sure? Like, whenever I used to work at the craft store, there was a girl that was like, oh my God, Amanda, you're so funny. You should do stand-up. And, like...
All right, welcome back to Pac-Man World. We are still in Clown World.
Bleh.
Yep, on to the next level. And this is Barrel Blast.
You know, for them being clowns, they're not as bad as I thought they would be.
Is it the poor graphics that helps, or?
Probably.
Or is it the fact that they're mostly like clown-type ghosts?
I think it's more that, like, it's just the clown decor. You're
Okay.
not, like, there's not, like, actual, like, clowns running around.
Not too many, no.
And the ones that are running around aren't bad.
Yeah, they're not that scary.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So there's a lot of moving platforms in this level. So utilize your butt bounce.
Did you know that there is a trending makeup style called clowncore?
No, I have not.
Woof.
That bad, huh?
So it's like...
For Halloween? Or
No,
is it just
no,
like
like
in general,
it's in general people that, like, that's how they do their makeup every day.
Oh, wow.
And it's called clowncore.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it's pretty, and then some of it's like, holy shit, like, what are you doing?
Right.
But, like, most of the time they put, like, extra blush on their nose and stuff to, like, look like they have the clown nose.
Okay.
They do, like, a lot of eye makeup. They put on, like, bright lipstick. Like, some of it's really pretty, and then sometimes they go a little too far. And I'm just like, whoa.
Speaking of a little too far, you sent me those snaps of you in bed. You had the one filter of a fox, and the other one with, like, wide-eyed and, like, big teeth.
Anyone who has Snapchat, it's like the double chin, like, eyeball smile.
Mm-hmm. I just
So
saw that, and I was like, well, I guess I'll
it kind of makes you look like
tonight.
Mr. Bean.
See, I was thinking of that new, like, movie that's being advertised, Smile.
Oh.
That just will not leave me alone.
I know, I've been seeing it everywhere.
I'm just like, geez. Another, like, gimmicky horror movie just in time for Halloween. So, I don't know. So, yeah, those guys in the planes, they're pretty much the extent of the clowns in the clown world.
And they almost look a little bit more like jesters.
Yeah. So, do you have a different reaction from jesters compared to actual clowns?
I don't know what it is about, like, a clown that is upsetting to me that, like, I don't get from, like, mimes or
they all
like
have
jesters.
painted on faces.
I think it's like
Well, jesters, it can go either way.
the painted on expression. Like, I don't like the painted on expression, but I also think it's the attitude.
Okay.
I feel like I'm afraid of clowns because they are known to almost, like, pick people out and make fun of them.
Oh, okay.
Whereas, like, a jester tends to make fun of the person in charge.
I know in royalty they were paid to, like, make fun of the person in charge and they had to, like, watch their ass. But in fairs, well, then again, in fairs, they make fun of everyone.
Yeah.
And mimes can't talk.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, mimes just kind of move around,
Okay.
which can still be unsettling because you never know if they're, like, behind you.
So it's less of an appearance thing and more of a personality thing, you're saying?
Yeah, like, I
All
think it's just because that's why I would always avoid Skidmark and at the Ren Fair because he, like, does not give a shit. He just makes fun of whoever, and I just hate being put, like,
Well, yeah,
in the center of attention.
I got you.
I was mortified the one time I went to the German Brothers show, and they dubbed me Wiener Girl, and I was, like, mortified.
Wear it like armor, then it will never hurt you.
Well, I just don't like people
Spitting
looking at me.
hot towel.
Like,
I know. I remember I went to you said they're like the German Brothers?
yeah.
Well, anyways, like, they picked out this group of girls and they were just like, that's right, ladies, the more you drink, the better we look.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's kind of how I ended up being Wiener Girl is, like, it was me and my sister went, and we walked in to watch their show, and we were going to sit, like, towards the back because I am so nervous. And they saw us like getting ready to sit in the back, and there was no one in the front. And they were like, nope, front row. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to sit in the front row. And they like wouldn't let us sit in the back. So we just moved up to the front row, and I was so nervous that I just like chugged the beer I was holding. Yeah. Which is a terrible idea to do if you are in the front row of the German Brothers show. Correct. Because they saw it and they were just like, oh. And I was like, no.
I remember there was a Ren Fair I went to in like California, and like they did their rules in song, and I can't remember how it was, but it was so funny. But basically it was along the lines of, please don't have our rules be ignored even though we write them on a 10-foot fucking board. Because they were just like, listen, we're crude, and it says on the billboard before you go in, so we don't want to hear it afterwards.
Right. Well, that's like, I feel like anyone that takes their children to a Ren Fair, like, they need to understand, like, Ren Fairs are not necessarily child-friendly. No. Like,
they have family-friendly settings, but, like, there are, like, the adult settings as well. Oops.
And, like, everyone is mic'd. So, like, these kids are gonna hear swear words. They're gonna hear innuendos. They're, like, it's bound to happen. So
one of my favorite performances was actually when I went to Disney World. So there was this group at Epcot that would reenact Shakespeare.
Okay.
And what was really cool about them is because they were so good at improv. I watched the show 4 times, and they did like different jokes every single time. To the point where I remember a couple days later, there was a Star Wars show. And it was such a bummer. I'm eating after watching the show, and I can hear them go through the same jokes with the same delivery, whether the context was the same or not. Yeah. And my heart sank. I was just like, that's a buzzkill.
I feel like that should be a must. If you're doing live performances like that, you've got to be able to improv, because, like, so much of it, you're using your audience to your advantage. Yes. So it's like, if you can't use your audience, or you don't know how to use your audience, it's just not as good.
Because like there was somewhere it's just like, the Montagues, you will go na 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 na, and then the Capulets, you go forget about it. And there was a moment during like the 3rd show where they were just like, the Montagues, and he goes forget it. He's like, no, you do the other one. And he's just like, well, I guess we did forget about it. Like they were just so spot on. Yeah. It was such a joy to watch.
Well, it's the same with, like, stand-up comedians. Like, it's not fun to, like, go to a stand-up show and see it be exactly the same. That there's no, like, joke or anything about the previous show or about, like, what's happening right there. Like, if somebody does something funny in the audience and you're just like, well, meh, just ignore it and continue your set.
Yeah, because like that was one of the things I pointed out from like Bill Engvall, between like listening to his CD and seeing his performance. Yeah, he'll do the same bit, but he'll say it with like such a different delivery that it's funny both times. Yeah, because one, the delivery is outraged, and the second one he's like more like sarcastic. Yeah, and like it was still really good. John Panette did the same thing.
Because it's like their jokes are their jokes. They're going to say the same jokes at every show. That's, they write their jokes.
They have to go on
But to be able to improv in the setting, I think is really, really good. It's something that I don't know if I would be able to do it.
No, I have nothing but props for like comedians for doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I think about doing stand-up, but I know I don't do big crowds, so I'm just like, eh.
I'm so nervous.
Stand-up, you try to be funny, and I can't try to be funny.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. I'm just like, I'm funny when I'm not trying to be funny.
People laugh, and I'll just be like, all right, we're going to go with this.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. Like, people say I'm funny all the time, and I'm just like, are you sure? Like, whenever I used to work at the craft store, there was a girl that was like, oh my God, Amanda, you're so funny. You should do stand-up. And like, I didn't even think about it, but I was like, I would have to do stand-up backwards because I'm so nervous, which would mean I'd really have to get going on my squats. Yeah. Like, and she just lost her shit. And it's like, well, if I'm doing it backwards, I might as well have a good butt.
Well, another buzzkill. Touche. Another buzzkill is, it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, you want to do stand-up? Tell me a joke. It's the same when I'm just like, oh, I want to go voice acting. Do voices. I'm just like...
Oh, it's the same. No, people do that all the time when I'm like, yeah, I speak a couple different languages, and they're like, oh my God, say something.
And I'm just like, can you give me a cue card?
Like, I'm just like, what do you want me to say?
But yeah, like, if this show is proof of anything, like, there's moments when we can be really funny, and there's moments where
we're just like, oh God, how much time is left in this this video?
Why do people watch this? Or like, we'll do like one zinger of a joke in an episode, and I'll be like, that was funny. And we got 26 minutes left.
Like, oh no.
It's just like, well, now what do we talk about? Because like sometimes the game can really help us, like from like the shiny boots to like whatever the fuck Dagman's wearing.
Oh my God.
But to be fair, like other times it's just like, hey, here's Pac-Man jumping again. And as you can see, you can go over here. Like that's what the original Let's Plays were like.
Yeah.
And you go over here and you hit this switch, and here comes this fruit.
See, whereas like I think that's fun. Like that's definitely fun.
Oh, there are some that like could do it. And then, of course, you have the, whoa, what's happening, gamers? Here today we have Pac-Man World. Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Yesterday, I was looking up footage for our You Know This Voice that we're putting out this month.
Yes.
And, like, I thought that I was going to find footage because these people were doing, like, reviews. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming that they would do reviews like how we do reviews, where there's, like, a clip or two. Like, so I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And I think I watched 3 altogether, and they were all the exact same thing. Like, different people from different places doing, like, different footage, like, different movies and stuff reviewing. But they were all like, welcome back, YouTubers! How are you doing today? Today we're going to be looking at this thing. Don't forget to smash that like button. And I'm like, oh my God, this is exhausting to just watch it. Like,
well, that's why, like, most YouTube personalities burn out, because they become this personality. They're just like, holy shit. I'm
just like, hey, you're screaming at me, and I'm feeling nervous.
I just make it my genuine self and hope it's entertaining. If not, well, we got other stuff on the channel.
I don't know, man. I'm just like, it is exhausting to watch these people, and none of them even use freaking clips. It was just them sitting in front of a camera. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, there's no clips.
I know of those channels, and I know of, like, news channels where, like, they'll just... Basically, they'll have gameplay, like, what's going on, and they'll be like, so new with Nintendo, they found this article, and, like, they'll just...
Yeah.
But they sound like a radio host, and, like, that's what gets the attention.
Which, like, isn't bad. I just, like, after doing script, like...
That, like, there's just a lot of them that are the same way.
Well, after doing scripting for YouTube channels, like... I see how it's... good, I guess, to have an opening that's like, hey everybody, what's going on? Like,
attention
but
grabbing,
at the same time, I'm just like, these people putting out episodes every day with that type of energy, like, they've got to be exhausted.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you're paid well, I mean,
well, that's the thing. If you're paid well,
if is good.
If is good.
Ah, shit.
I just died.
Yep.
That's what happens when you put too much energy into one thing.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's try this again. We're going to wait for the platform to line up for us. Rev roll. And stop. There we go.
Stop on your right foot. Don't forget it.
There we go.
So are the colors just colors, or do they mean anything?
In that instance, they don't mean anything.
Okay.
Because I thought the same thing when they were first like spinning around. I was like, oh god.
So, I was like, one is gonna disappear, or one is like sends you backwards,
or purple, blue turns to green. So it's like one of those levels where it's just like you hit the blue platform.
Yeah.
It turns to green. Hit the green platform again. It turns to purple. Hit the purple. It disappears. So yeah, keep an eye on that. All right, so we're gonna try this bonus stage again. This time we're gonna just hop from one balloon to the other. See if we can get a lot more than last time. Because we fell. Almost fell.
Pac-Man's like, I'm round jumping on round things.
We're grabbing onto the edge. There's no edge on a balloon.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
There is with polygons. In these polygon games, everything is an edge. There's no such thing as smoothness.
Love it.
Well, that's one of the interesting things about controlling Pac-Man. Like, his butt bounce is both reliable and a gamble. Because you have those bounce physics.
Yeah.
You could bounce in the complete opposite direction of where you were aiming.
No. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. I just want to know.
Well, just don't rely on the butt bounce too much then. That's all I can really tell you in that regard. All right, next level, please.
Ghost Island.
Yep, just one more level, and then we go to the boss of Clown World, and then we're done with the Clown World. Alrighty. So let's see here.
I do like the colors, though, like the color schemes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Pac Dog.
Huh.
Ruff, go fetch more friends, good boy. Ta-da.
No, you're the good boy.
You're a good boy, not me.
I tell Wesker all the time, you're such a good boy sometimes.
Puppies.
Tell that to the cat, too. I'm like, I don't know how you go from being this cute to Satan.
She's something else. We got Boca, like, squealing at us.
That was so exciting. She sounds like a squeak toy.
Yes.
Because before...
She sounds so adorable, it pisses off Luna.
I know. Well, because before, she would just open her mouth.
Yes.
She wouldn't, meow or anything. She would just, open her mouth.
Mm-hmm. And then through time, she went...
And then she started, peeping.
Yep.
Beep. And now she's actually meowing.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
She'll, meow, and then you approach, and she'll be like, oh, no, no, no.
She'll be like, that's not what I meant. I was just saying hello.
Just saying hello. Look, don't touch.
I love it.
So this is actually a really tough level. Spin Dizzy. There's going to be a lot of spinning platforms.
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh. So you got to watch where you're jumping.
Thanks, I hate it.
Because they can launch you out into the abyss. Oh, careful. There we go. I don't think I'm getting that. It's not.
He just looks at it.
Looks at the way Wesker looks at his bowl.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
The way he looks at the cat by his bowl. Just kind of
He has developed this expression that he looks at Luna with. Mm-hmm. So for anyone just tuning in, or if you don't know, Wesker is our Shiba Inu dog.
Yep.
Our Shiba dog, since Inu means dog.
Yep.
But and Luna is our cat. And the way that Wesker looks at Luna sometimes is so magical.
Aww.
He looks at her like they've been married for 35 years, and he's just like, yep, this is my life now. But it's not without love.
Aww.
And it's just so funny to watch him look at the cat.
Yep. The babies. Alrighty. Come on. Okay, we're going to activate the little Ferris wheel here.
I was going to say, can you grab the balloon?
Yes. Just like the bonus game, we can grab and hop onto balloons. Oh, what's here? Oh, just a little health. Well, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
We all float down here.
Grab a piece of health, lose a life. That's even.
Fair.
Oh, wow, there wasn't even a checkpoint.
Hiya, Georgie.
Hiya, Georgie. These ghosts remind me of, I think it's Beppy the Clown, or Krabby the Clown. Remember when, in SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs just, wants to have, a circus and stuff?
Oh.
And then, at the end, he's the clown, he just puts on a nose, hey, kids, make sure to grab a lot of Krabby Patties.
Yeah.
And that's it. I forget the name of the clown.
So why are those balloons more transparent?
I actually don't know. I think it's just to show you that
that they're balloons.
They pop when you stand on them.
Oh, okay.
So you can't just stay on them. You have to hop off of them, because as soon as you land on them, they go pop.
Okay.
And that's very important because there's going to be a lot of balloons later in the level that are above deadly pits, and you got to keep moving. not going to finish this level in this part. We're actually going to continue on into the next part, because this is a long level and a tough level.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to lose a couple lives here. Because I got to rock the rev roll back and forth.
Spit take. Spit take.
All right, so we'll see you guys in the next episode where we finish this level.
All right, toodles.